So in this video, I'll show you 4 apps that actually helps me every day and makes my workflow faster and easier. So these apps completely changed the way I use my Mac, so you should definitely stay tuned. Let's get into the video. So the first app we're gonna get into is Mackie, and I use this app every day and it's so useful. So the reason why this app is so useful, let me just copy this text for you right here. So let's just mark it like this and then Command C, just like you would regularly do it. And then, okay, I actually need this part down here as well. So I'll just Command C. And then, actually, I might need a screenshot of this. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this right here, like that. So now we copied 3 things. We copied 2 pieces of text and then 1 image. What I'm gonna show you is why this is so useful. So I press Shift Command C, which brings up Mackie. And so what I can do here is the first text I copied is this one, and it pasted in. I can press again, Shift Command C, and then take the second text. So it just stacks up. And then I also took a screenshot, and it doesn't actually save the screenshot. It literally just saves it to the clipboard in this program. So it just stacks it all up. So I can paste in like that. And now I have all the things I copied. They just came on my clipboard in Mackie. And this is why Mackie is the best app for me, and I use it every day and almost every single minute I use my MacBook. It is so useful and you should definitely check it out, and it is completely free as well. Some of you might know the next app since it's widely out there, and it's also one of the best apps on Mac in my opinion. It's called Alfred. Alfred allows you to search whatever you want pretty much. So I binded mine to Command Space, so that brings up Alfred, right? So let's say if I type G is like a shortcut for Google. So I can type G and then I can go and like, hey, I like you. And then I'll just press enter and it would pop up. You just do an easy Google search like that. You can also do it from your desktop. So let's say you're out here, you just press Command Space and you can type Google and hey, I like you. Boom, and it pops up. It is so useful. You can also set custom links or shortcuts. So let's say I use Pinterest quite a lot for inspiration. So let's type pin and then just type hey or menswear South Korea. I don't know. And it would search for menswear South Korea. And all the things would pop up on Pinterest. And you can do this in the Alfred settings. You can go into preferences here and you can go into custom searches. So you can set this up. I'm not gonna go in depth on how you set it up, but you can easily find guides out there. Other than that, you can also search for Gmail, Twitter, Amazon, and you can also search in your folders. But I don't really use it that much for that. I mainly use it for the internet, and I use it for Google, Pinterest, and also Twitter sometimes. Yeah, it is such a useful app. So the next app I'm going to talk about, all of you know this completely, and I'm 100% sure that you will know it, and it is Notion. But I'm going to show you how I use Notion because I'm not an in-depth user of Notion. I just use it for basic things. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I use Notion for is, for example, to track my workouts. I do this just so I can keep an overview over how much I worked out lately, what I'm doing, am I doing using a foam roller, and which state I'm doing it, and I want to keep track of all this. And actually, I'm just gonna add a new one here as well. I'm gonna call it my name, and then I think it's strength I did, and it is workout 6, and the day is the 17th of January. And are there any notes? Yes, it was a push day, and let's just pick strength, right? And I'll log all my workouts like this, just so I can keep an overview over when I worked out. Other than that, I also use it to business ideas. I have unsorted resources, also journaling, weekly agenda, and also all my YouTube stuff. And yeah, it is just a perfect app. Just if you need to take quick notes, if you need to keep everything together, you can pretty much organize anything in here. And the more you use it, the more you'll learn it, and the more useful it will get. So yeah, I could definitely recommend Notion. And it is also free, but there's also a paid plan if you want to go on like a team and share all your things with other people at work maybe. But yeah, I just use the free plan and it works wonders for me. So the next app is not really for productivity, it is more for the aesthetics of your MacBook. And the app is called Flip Clock. Some of you might be familiar with Flip Clock, and this is what it looks like. It is literally just an app which has a sleeping screen. So when your MacBook goes to sleep or it goes out, it will pop up with this big clock to show you the time, and it's just really aesthetic, and it's a really nice app to have as well. So this is what it looks like when it actually goes to sleep, and you can set the timer for when you want it. So in order to set this up, what you need to do is you open Flip Clock and you go on the settings, and then you go to the pause screen up here. And then you just want to find the one you like. And yeah, I think there's paid ones, and this is just a free one. And you press download, and you would just save it. I can just do it real quick. And then we go into documents here, and it should be here, right? We go in here, and then you just literally open this up, and you would just replace it. And then it would come in your screensaver in the settings in here, and you just pick it, and then you would go for settings, and then you can just tell, like, there's some different settings if you want to display seconds and what time mode you want to show. And it's very easy to set up. But I just wanted to show you how you could do it quickly, because you actually need to download the clock and then like install it on your screensaver to actually use the app. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. These apps really help me. And if you want more in-depth guides on these apps, or maybe more productivity apps for your MacBook or anything else, leave a comment down below for what you would want and what you would like to see in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in.